Hello, thanks for being in a new video. This time we have first impressions of the Motorola Signature. Let's get started. This is going to be Motorola's new flagship for this year, and honestly, it comes with excellent specifications. We do not yet know the price for Mexico, but in some countries, the price is 999 euros, so we can more or less get an idea from that. Later this year, I believe we will confirm both the price and the availability in our country. However, come along with me as we explore the specifications in detail. Let's begin with the design aspect where Motorola has excelled, offering us two distinct color choices. The two are created in collaboration with Pantone. One is named Martini Olive, which is kind of a golden green, and the other is called Cabin, which is a navy blue. In both cases, they really have a very nice touch. They feature aluminum frames, and their finishes are inspired by twill and linen, giving them a truly premium feel in the hand. However, they are not only beautiful, but they also provide a good level of resistance. This is because they come with both IP68 and IP69 ratings. It's a great example of how the device endures high-pressure water and various environments. Moreover, they not only include the 1000 STD, military-grade standards that we are already familiar with, but there's more. We will also come across the Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection for the screen, which is quite impressive. Personally, I would have preferred to see Gorilla Armor here, yet it seems that it will remain something exclusive to Samsung. It's worth noting that Motorola also collaborates closely with Corning, however, it appears that their partnership is not as robust as the one with Samsung. The truth is that Motorola guarantees the entire central casing of the device is made from 100% recycled aluminum. And as with all Motorola trends, it's a device that could be classified as ultra-thin. While not the thinnest in the industry, it has a thickness of 699mm, making it competitive and appealing to fans of very thin devices. On the display, we can find 6.8 inches is the size of this screen, and Motorola has named it Extreme AMOLED. It features a 4-curve design, which makes it feel quite pleasant and smooth to the touch as you scroll across the screen. Additionally, this screen boasts a refresh rate of 165 Hz. Personally, I think that's excessive and might drain the battery quickly. However, we'll find out more about its impact on battery life when we test it. In my opinion, going beyond 120 Hz is unnecessary. Nevertheless, it does make the screen sound much more appealing and enticing. It also boasts a peak brightness of 6200 nits, which is quite high, and a resolution of 1.5K termed Super HD by Motorola. That's about 14% more pixels than Full HD, to give you an idea. As for colors, they're Pantone validated and support Dolby Vision for HDR content, so clearly we have a high-end screen. Regarding sound, there are stereo speakers, featuring Bose and Dolby Atmos technology. So theoretically it should sound quite good. We'll definitely test it more thoroughly at home when we have the opportunity to use it for a longer time, but for now I believe we can confidently say that the initial impression is that it will indeed sound good. Additionally, it officially supports the Snapdragon sound platform, which means it also includes support for the aptX lossless codec. This will provide us with virtually lossless audio and very high-definition sound on Bluetooth devices. When it comes to the front camera, we have a 50% megapixel sensor. However, take note because this one is a Sony Lithium 500. As far as I know, this is the first device to use this particular sensor, which I think is specifically designed for a front camera. This camera will perform pixel fusion and it is capable of recording video in 4K. Additionally, in this instance, it features autofocus, which is appropriate for a high-end device. As for the rear, we find excellent cameras. In fact, we can confidently say that this device is equipped with 4 cameras of 50 megapixels each, including the front camera. The 3 rear cameras are also 50 megapixels. The main camera features a Sony Lithium 828 sensor, and it is capable of recording video in 4K with Dolby Vision. Naturally, it includes optical stabilization as well. Next, the ultra-wide camera comes with a 122-degree range, and watch out because it also has autofocus, so it works as a macro camera. This one can record in 4K, just like the periscope camera that comes with a Sony Lithium 600 sensor. It has 3x optical zoom, and by artificial intelligence, they give you a 100x zoom, which we will test later. But for now, the camera system looks very promising. Actually, Motorola proudly states that this camera has received the DxOMark Gold label, acknowledging it as one of the top cameras in the ultra-thin category. This means it will be quite competitive in the camera department, especially given the device's slimness. We plan to test it more thoroughly, but at the moment it appears very promising. As for the battery, it has an impressive capacity of 5,200 mAh. which is truly remarkable for such a device. The only way to achieve this is by using silicon and carbon technology, so we will put it to the test to evaluate its performance in both high and low demand activities, allowing us to verify our own statistics. Currently, Motorola claims it offers up to 52 hours of usage. According to their figures, it can achieve 28 hours of continuous video playback, which is offline, likely in HD, or 57 hours of streaming music. This could certainly become appealing once more, especially when considering the ultra-slim segment. The charger is 90 watts, known as Turbo Power by Motorola. It might not be in the box, but we'll confirm later. Motorola claims 7 minutes of charging gives all-day power and supports 50-watt wireless charging. It also has reverse wireless charging, fitting for a high-end device, making it very complete. On the operating system, we have Android 16. Be cautious, as Motorola's usual weakness has been their updates. Historically, this device promises 7 years of OS updates and security patches. It also includes many integrated Moto AI features, as Motorola has closely collaborated with Google on Gemini, Perplexity with Microsoft, and recently launched their own platform with Lenovo called Kera. We'll provide a detailed analysis of all the integrated artificial intelligence features of this device, and it's quite impressive. A Smart Connect gives you an ecosystem. Actually, they introduced new accessories, which I'll mention shortly. But first, let me finish discussing this Motorola signature featuring the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 processor built on a 4nm process. Note that it's not the elite version, but let's say it's a lower version, not Qualcomm's most powerful processor. Still, I think it will be quite competitive. We'll have to test it since it's not Qualcomm's top processor, but I believe it will compete well. Discussing a gadget that is, it's very pricey, but I think it competes by adjusting some aspects. It's evident that the processor is one of the areas where they have made some reductions compared to other flagship models. However, they have paired this processor with an advanced cooling system. They assert that this is the first smartphone equipped with a liquid metal system that includes a copper mesh and features a vapor chamber measuring 6,002 square millimeters. It also comes with LPDDR6 RAM and UFS 4.1 storage in configurations of 12 or 16 GB for RAM and 512 GB or 1 TB for storage. And it's a good cooling system. They might push this processor to its limit to match the performance of more advanced ones, but we'll confirm that in our tests. For now, it seems interesting. It's clear it won't be the most powerful, but for most users, I believe it's more than enough performance. But now, let me tell you a little about the additional accessories they presented. Because, for example, there is the new Moto Tag 2 that comes in 2 colors. Again, validated by Pantone, very attractive, waterproof with IP68. It provides around 2 years of battery life. And for those who might not be aware, this label can be attached, for instance, to your backpack, your pet, or any object you wish to track. This way, you can easily check its location on your cell phone. However, it doesn't just serve that purpose. It also functions as a remote button, like when taking pictures, for instance, which enhances its usability significantly. Additionally, it features ultra-wideband and is compatible with the entire Google network for locating devices. Moreover, they introduced the Moto SoundFlow, a wireless speaker that not only operates through Bluetooth but also supports Wi-Fi and Apple AirPlay too. So you can even send content to the speaker using an iPhone. And it also supports Google Card and Spotify Connect, so it has a variety of services that make it much more versatile than a traditional Bluetooth speaker. It comes with 6000 mAh 67 IP battery, and it even offers support for voice control. The sound, as anticipated, carries the renowned Bose signature, ensuring us an outstanding quality experience. It features 30 watts of power output along with passive radiators. Additionally, they have introduced a new round Moto Watch. Interestingly, they haven't assigned any specific name or generation to this, so it seems Motorola is starting fresh with this Moto Watch. This version, unlike the square version we were already familiar with, comes in a circular shape. It features an OLED display with an always-on function. It offers multiple dials and promises up to 13 days of battery life, or up to 7 days if you choose to use the always-on display feature. The design honestly looks quite nice. It appears that there will be different versions available, but at the moment we don't have many details about them. The truth is it does come equipped with an integrated speaker and microphone, allowing you to answer calls directly. It also includes GPS for tracking, for your exercises. Additionally, there's the Moto Pen Ultra, compatible with the Motorola signature. This rivals Samsung's S Pen, featuring advanced pressure and tilt sensitivity. It includes a fine tip and a battery, offering up to 31 hours of use with its case. Motorola will soon introduce more devices compatible with this pen. Currently, the only compatible option is the Motorola signature. However, this is definitely a positive step forward. It is a stylus that also features a button, which means it will surely be useful for a variety of different activities. Motorola has clearly shown its intention to broaden its ecosystem and venture into the high-end market. Moreover, the incorporation of these unique finishes and vibrant colors in the textures of the back cover of the devices has made them one of the most appealing choices available. However, it won't be long before we get to see some of these exciting devices in the market. Let me know in the comments which one you like the most, which one you want to have its full review in our channel. For the moment, we have reached the end of this video. If you liked it, you know you can indicate it, and we'll see you next time.